It's kind of like, I mean, I ain't saying he ain't make valid points, but it's kind of like he kept talking about like, oh, like he had like, okay, like I seen like, bro, like I just don't think like, I mean, I ain't gonna say I don't count it, but like actually, Dame lead teams better. I guess that's what y'all was saying. I mean, I get it, but it's like if you
No,
use the same logic, it's like Kobe wasn't the greatest leader either. You know, like
no, but my thing is this, right? What are we judged by in sports?
what you do as the lead guy winning. Yeah, same
No,
thing
I
as
ain't
a
even
fan.
about the league guy, but just what are we judged by? Like, because, and
Performance,
this is where I'm
right?
about to trap you, right? This is where I'm about to corner you. You just said if Bron dropped 38, the shit don't mean nothing, right? The niggas losing, they suck, they ain't going to the championship, right? I'm just saying, them was your exact words.
That's how the argument started. That's how it started because you was
No,
like
I know
all them
that, but I'm
losing.
like, yo, man is putting on a scoring display.
He
You know what I'm
was, yeah.
saying? Kyrie, man, he's one of the most gifted players I've seen. And I think, you know, to whom much is given, much is required. Now,
Oh, I see what you're going. I see what you're going
that's
with.
just all I'm saying. Like, let's be realistic. He should be better than Dame. He could
Oh, okay, I get what
be
you're saying now.
better than
Okay.
Dame. Dame, I respect players that max out more on their gifts.
Okay.
And to me, let's be honest, it's not like, you know,
Oh, I know.
Kyrie,
I see what you're saying.
he makes it look good. But anybody can put together a good mixtape. But
Yeah,
we
Steve
going
Francis. Steve Francis.
to be honest, yeah. If that's
Steve
the case,
Francis
look,
mixtape cold as hell.
Allen Iverson, cold as hell.
All them mixtapes better than LeBron's, but it's like, who would you rather take?
John Wall probably got the best high school mixtape ever.
Ever, yes. Ever, yes.
You hear what I'm saying? But that don't mean I'm gonna take him over, you know,
KD.
or whoever, just because it looked good.
So you
And
saying,
then
wait,
going
so you
back to
basically saying
Kyrie,
like,
man, like,
with
look,
Kyrie talent, that nigga should be, it shouldn't even be close between him and Dame. Like, Dame shouldn't have more NBA teams than him. Basically what you're saying, right?
but see,
Like, Dame
I'm
got more
not.
NBA teams than him, bro.
And once again, I'm a person that respect Kyrie. Like I said, the guy Rufo lost the championship because of that guy.
Okay.
But when you are the second guy or the so-called Robin, you can live off of a shot from 5 years ago, going on 6 years ago.
Oh.
No, more
Okay.
than that. It's
Oh,
6
I
years
know what you're
going
saying. I
on
know what you're
7
saying.
years.
Like
You can live.
When Dame got swept, they was on his head. Oh, he ain't no leader. They was going crazy on Dame when he got swept by the
Yeah,
Lakers.
remember?
They didn't
He
have
got
Kevin
played.
Durant. They didn't even have Kevin
But see,
Durant.
this is how much, though, that, like, people don't try to respect it. Because, you know, I laugh at G because he always bring up, well, we saw Dame get outplayed. That next year, what did he do in the playoffs when he came back? 2019, you know, he got swept 2018. He comes back 2019 and scores 50 in the game, in the deciding game.
Yep. He got a
Against
lot
the
of walk-off shots, too, bro. That shot on Paul George.
yes, but that was 50 and a game-winning shot that next year in the playoffs, and he takes his team to the conference finals.
And that's when they
Like,
lost to the Warriors, right?
you know, whether people want to respect it or not, because it's not a championship, he did that as the lead dog. And now once again, Kyrie, look, he's talented as hell. They probably win the championship in 2021 if he doesn't get injured. But he got injured. Then he comes back 2022 in the playoff. Actually, he comes back in the regular season. And this is what I was telling you, right? I said he's playing good, but he's fresh. He's not even playing every day.
You're right.
He damn near playing every other game.
That makes, yep.
So if you come in peak shape, you could play 2 games a week. Not saying it's easy, but
Right, but these
you
NBA
notice,
professionals, we talking about them niggas. Yeah, it's easy to
but
do.
you notice it was kind of a drop off when he went to when they was bumping, man, you can play every game.
No, you told me that too because I was like, bro, I was reacting to the 60. Like, yeah, he was like, man, he came back down to earth a little bit.
But then, like I say, in the playoffs, game 1 where he had 38, and then he fell off afterwards. So what
He
it is,
did. He cost him.
He's
Damn near a
good.
championship, you could say. I ain't saying that they would. I don't think they would have beat Milwaukee, but I'm just saying like they kind of had a chance without Middleton, you know? Like
Man, it's just that he has the skill set and he's so talented that, man, he could play in so many different ways, but he wants to play that one way.
dog,
And
you know what it is? It's the Kobe. I hate the recipes to Kobe. You know he's my favorite. It's your favorite
it's not,
too. But
but
it's like
see
it's
the
that
difference.
mentality. It's that mentality from Kobe, bro. Because
But the
he said it
difference
himself.
though, and really it came from Mike because that's how you got your
It came from
generation
Mike,
of
right? That's how you can get
yeah. Because that's how you got your Allen Iversons. That's how you got your Kobe Bryants. That whole generation. But the thing is, it looks good when it's hitting, and you coming down and you hot and you doing all these crazy dribblings and dribbles and you filleting on everybody. It looks good. But when that shit not hitting and you just dribbling the air off the ball and your team is watching you,
Mm-hmm. That's the
you
thing
get
with
what I'm
Kobe,
saying?
because like people love Kobe because like they see the 50-point game, but he did have a lot of like
But
7
that's
for
why I say, like,
25s.
watch, just watch when Dame come back, watch a Blazers game and watch
Mm-hmm.
how he's guarded, and then watch how Anthony Simons is guarded on the court.
Okay. Well, we
Dame
didn't
got
see it
a
tonight because you know they ain't Dame out. But next time I got you here.
no, I know. I'm saying when he comes back,
Oh,
when
you
he
said when you
comes
come, you
back.
did say that. Okay.
But you get a different type of look. Same with Clay. Clay is my guy, but he gets to live off Game 6 Clay for
Yeah.
years.
Dog,
He
he
will.
literally can have one, like, he can literally have 2 games a series, and people would be like, oh, Clay the man. But Curry do that, he suck. Or he
Thank
choked
you.
in the finals, he averaged 27, 9, and 7.
Curry keeps getting reminded of 2016 and
Right, and they won how many
2019.
championships since then? Dang. Like,
So Curry can keep getting reminded of 2016 and 2019, but Clay gets to be the same guy. Game 6 Clay.
bro, I know one of your main points is just keep the same energy for everybody, bro. Like, I'm talking about
It's not even
everybody that's in his
no. To be
everybody
real
that's his
though,
height. Or like,
but to
I mean,
be
of course,
real,
we're not
it's
comparing Kyrie to KD, but like
nah.
compared to Steph and Dame, he don't get enough. He don't get enough
But nah.
criticism compared to.
What I'm
But
telling you is, my bad, cutting you off.
you good.
It's not about keeping the same energy. It is once again, and I look at it as a man to whom much is given, much is required. Steph is the lead dog. So they're not going to care that if you look at last night, right? He had a triple double, shot 7 for 14.
They don't care, though. They don't care.
They're not going to care that he was efficient, had a triple double. All they're going to care is that the Warriors lost.
Yes, bro. That's all I hear on ESPN. They talking about trade and they was talking about making trade. I'm talking about the media, and they saying like they do got the worst. They are giving up 120 points a game. They're the worst in the league right now. But I
They'll
just
be
think they're trying to
fine.
figure
The
things out
thing
and see
though
who to
is,
play and who not to play. I think they're just trying to figure it out.
yeah, they are. Like, look, man, I'm a Lakers fan, and sometimes they would start the season slow, and I would be pissed. Like, man, what y'all doing? And then they'd get it together, finish the season like 33-8, and then start killing everybody in the playoffs. So, like, when you're a veteran team like this, you really just want to get to the playoffs.
Right.
And I
Everybody
get
expecting
what
them to be
Kurt.
the Grizzlies. Oh, they ain't that young. Grizzlies can just go out there and play hard and outplay everybody.
But you see, the problem is though, you got a lot of guys that's trying to like somebody said it best. I was actually listening to an interview. No, it was actually yesterday. I was watching the clip, and what did he say? Charles Barkley. He said he knew his Phoenix team was not going to go back to the finals.
Dang.
After that first year, because he said everybody like
Got content.
mindset changed after the championship.
Okay.
Who's not playing this much, who's doing this role, who's taking these shots. And I think Isaiah Thomas called it the disease of me. I don't know if he got it from Pat Riley, but I remember it was always like the disease of me. Look, these young guys balled out, they hearing how great they are. So you think they want to be playing 8 minutes or they want to get on the court? You got the old heads who want to keep their minutes. Clay damn near about to cry because Charles Barkley said he's not playing good. He like, man, I just came off of Achilles and the knee. Then you got Draymond who wants to get paid. So all of those emotions have to be managed. Kind of
That's what
remind
Bill
me.
Simmons just said. Bill
Yeah,
Simmons just did a podcast on Kyrie distractions and shit. Like I was like, damn, that's what
yeah,
Trey
like,
said.
bro, like, I don't care who you are, man. It takes you need a leader in your locker room, and you also need a guy that can be professional. And I'm not saying that he's not, but
No, the
there's
Nets don't
no
even have either
excuse.
one because like they got
There's no
the two
excuse
names
for
that are really not leaders. Yeah,
yeah. What's that team got? 2 wins? No way in hell they should have 2 wins.
2-5, I think. Yeah,
And a lot of those they had the lead and just blew it.
they did. They did.
A
Actually,
lot
Royce
of them they
O'Neal, the
had.
only one that's been playing, like far as like they talent level. O'Neal really the only one that's been. O'Neal and Claxton been the only two really maxing out
And
what
see,
they can do.
this is why you need a lead dog. Like, it's hilarious. They always show that meme when the Warriors was going down 2-1. What was Steph doing? He was smiling. Or then they showed another meme when he's smiling and they losing game 2 to the Rockets by like 30 points. Yo, leaders have to be the ones that be like, you know what, we got this. We good. Because they going to take your lead. Like, you
Mm-hmm.
know.
So you know how many times the Bulls didn't get blown out by the Jazz before by like 40. I remember how low. Damn, I was like, and Jordan just came back the next game. The Jordan leader Jordan probably was like, all right, y'all, they got us this game
Yeah, but
locked
you
in.
got to have that mindset. We will get the next one. It's not over.
Bro, did you
There's
see that
no
with the Nets?
surrender. There's
The
no.
Net. I see the difference with Kyrie and them. Like they probably looking like, damn, Kyrie can't even score. That's mentally draining to role players, bro. Like damn,
It's
Kyrie
not
can't even get a
even
bucket.
that because what if your superstar just come out? Well, man, bump that. I cooked. I had 38. Y'all niggas lost. I cooked. I was cooking last night.
Right.
My hezzy was going. I was balling. It got to be, and that's why I always say, like, I put the onus on men because I always want to just say, like, I know a lot of us are in leadership roles, but it's just anyone in general. As a leader, you have to be able to take control of the situation, and people can't panic.
Okay.
People can't panic under you. Like, if people coming into my job, oh, they all messed up, the vibe messed up. They might have had a rough night out, all type of real life shit they dealing with. I gotta be the one that pick up the energy to make sure that we all keeping the same goal in mind. And that goal is to keep us moving forward with our production.
Mm-hmm.
We got to do that. You got to keep your team motivated and on course and on pace. And those guys want, and I'm not here to psychoanalyze anyone, but KD, Kyrie, Ben Simmons, they want the respect that comes with being a lead dog. But you don't want to put that work in.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'll be transparent. I saw a young cat put him some game. He was able to become a supervisor. Dude fumbled the bag. So he got
Oh, right,
fined.
right. He did good to get there. He earned a spot, but then he got his spot. He was like,
So my
dang.
thing is though, but no, like he bought him a truck. He liked all that came from it. But you can't run from the grind of what it takes to us to keep getting this shit. Trust me, I would not be employed if I wasn't a person that kept getting the job done when it called for me to get it done. This is a results-based. They're in a results-based business, and to be honest, we're in a results-based world.
Mm-hmm.
People are only going to keep you around based on how beneficial you are to them.
You're right. They already talking about trading Kyrie and Ben Simmons in the rumors too.
Because my thing is though, what better? Look at it like this, right?
I ain't gonna lie. Who would want? What team would want
No, I'm
Kyrie
not even
except for
saying
like
who would want them.
Orlando, a team that just want to
No,
fill
I'm
the
not
seats
even.
up or something?
I'm not even saying who wouldn't want them. Like, because let's be realistic. I ain't no idiot. You put Kyrie on a team, they're going to get better, especially if you add them to a team that's nice. Like, let's be realistic. Even if he was able to go to the Lakers right now, the Lakers get better.
You're right.
Now I don't know. I don't know if the chemistry would fit, but I know they were a better team with his talent. You put
Because you
KD
need in the
there.
fourth quarter, you do need somebody that can get a bucket. I realize that too. Like,
Now with Ben Simmons, though, I don't know. I don't know if he peaked. I don't know if it's mental. I don't know if he just don't care. And I'm not here to try to understand it. My thing is, if you go on that court, you're judged by your performance. And your performance, Ben Simmons, just has been terrible. Huh?
Terrible, man. I just don't get
Um,
what's wrong with Philly. Like,
30
why he just
minutes.
didn't. I don't know.
Man, like some of this stuff too is I would like to say it is kind of early. Now, some things are damning, like going back to the Warriors. I'm not going to be a hypocrite. I still believe it's early, but I am not liking what I'm seeing from their defense.
Mm.
But I feel that it can correct it. Now, I don't know what the hell happened in these last 3 games. Like, at first, I wasn't really that discouraged by the Nets' losses because if you look at it, they were playing some good teams. Had the lead on against Milwaukee, lost
They
to
played the Pelicans.
yeah.
I didn't
Well, they
think
got
that.
dominated the first game by the Pelicans, but they lost the game to and the Pelicans look way better than we think they're gonna be. And
Right.
then you look at the loss they had to the Mavericks. Really, the only little weird
Overtime. I
loss,
think it was overtime too.
yeah, the weird losses to me was that Pacers one, and then there's one in Chicago where they was
Chicago
leading the game and
without
they just blew
Levine.
it.
Like, come on, man. Y'all can't be doing that.
So what it just comes down to is it's like I don't know. I just don't like guys that look for a scapegoat. It's not your fault. Like, I know it's cool to blame Nash. It is what it is. And your coaches can put you in position to win. End of the day,
At the end
though,
of the day,
bro.
though, yeah, he's
End of the day, bro. It just comes down, though, to your players. And I can say this is me. I hold myself in high regard. I think I'm a hell of a basketball coach. But when I did not have the players, them fucking players I was running did not matter.
you're right.
Like and I'm not even trying to. I'm just using
Right,
anecdotal.
look at Bill Belichick. People actually trying to say he's not a great coach because he don't have Ty Law and all them no more, or Tom Brady. You know what I'm saying? It's like
But see, to
they
me
don't
though,
have great
like
players.
yeah, but like see to me, one thing I am liking about Bill Belichick, and I think he would say like, and with a lot of coaches, because I think what's her name said it best. I love that quote from Mike Tomlin. I hate
Mm-hmm.
coaches who run from coaching, and a lot of times you get in your bag, or you really know that you can coach when you see something that's really kind of trash and you develop it and you make it better. Or two, I get the most out of you. A coach really there is just supposed to draw really the most out of you that he can.
And that's what he is doing that. You're right. He is doing that. Patriots, they compete every night. They compete every Sunday.
Yeah, like I can't never really say too many games. Even like I think one game they got destroyed by the Bills in like a damn
They
blizzard.
did.
Okay,
Yeah,
it is what
that's
it is.
that's the Bills.
But I can say, but when it comes down to that though, the Bills have better players.
Exactly. So Bill Belichick
Now,
can go out there and blitz.
and look, like I ain't gonna lie, like one of my favorite games as a coach, I had like a mostly freshman on my JV team.
Mm.
And this was their first game plan. They nervous out there. They tripping all over the ball. And then we actually had a high scoring game. We lost like 76-66. They was balling.
That's a high scoring rate for high school.
Yeah,
That's high.
especially for JV.
8 minutes a quarter.
Thank you.
Dang.
And the thing is, like, and the other team controlled most of the game. They'll get up by like maybe 14, 15. We'll fight, bring it back to like 8-7. And the thing they told me though was just like, they like, man, coach, we're not gonna quit. We're not gonna quit on you, coach.
Mm.
And I'm like, that's all I cared about. Because I tell people, I'm like, look, man, and it sounds cliche. I can take an ass whooping, but what I can't take is quitting, not giving your all, blaming your brothers. And that's where I'm like, that's why sometimes I hate the money aspect of sports. Because let's be realistic. I ain't gonna lie. Fuck giving me $1 million. You probably give me 100,000 cash. I'm gonna act a fool. So I can only imagine
For real.
all of the locker room. Like, imagine, bro, your weakest nigga on the team maybe getting 3 mil.
Yep.
He in the top 1% of people in the world. You think that
Yep.
nigga gonna really give a fuck? about what somebody telling him if I got $3 million in my pocket.
That's one thing I do agree with though about when people like the money don't. That ain't the reason why, but why players don't like, bro. Players nowadays, I'm talking about like the average player compared to the '80s and Jordan era. Even though they're not as good, probably, but they care, bro. Like like
But
a
to be
man's one
honest,
through 12 down there care though. You know,
let's be
like
real. Well, I will probably I will kind of agree because let's be honest. Would I have loved to get paid $1 million, millions of dollars to coach basketball? Yeah, but at the same time, I have the same joy doing it for free.
mm.
You get what I'm saying?
Have you been
And
doing it still?
yeah. And so if you look at it, the players that really just care, going back to LeBron, this motherfucker worth $1 billion, but you can't tell me he don't love the game of basketball. He's still playing. If it was about money, he would just stop.
Yeah, much as I troll LeBron, I never question a nigga like playing hard. Like
But let's be
LeBron,
real
LeBron,
though,
that nigga go
even in
hard,
his
bro.
prime, whether
Yeah,
we
bro.
like them or not, could we go out there and just say that this you cheated the game?
Right, because if he really right, the nigga got $1 billion. Why would he even still be playing? Because I think he really love the game like that.
I
Like
think he really
that
do,
nigga can
cause
really
like,
retire. He don't
bro,
got nothing to prove.
his family set for life.
Exactly. Well,
Like, let's be real. I think
right,
he
people
might
be
have
trying to
signed
question
for
his
like
heart. Like, come on, bro. You think he'd be playing? He don't have to play. LeBron could just retire, bro.
yeah. And so that's why I'm like going back to like the reason why I made that point, going back to like Ben Simmons, all these guys, like Ben Simmons, like, do you love basketball? And if you do, I just think you would have got more out of it. You
Who was
really
that that
would have
said
got,
that?
huh?
He was like, was it Ben Simmons or Kyrie? Because I think Kyrie said something like, "Oh, I got more. My life is more than basketball," which is true. But I mean,
It
would you
might
hear
have been
Jordan say that?
Kyrie, but
Would you hear Jordan say something like that? Even if it's true, like you don't supposed to say that shit.
see, that's the problem to me. And I actually, to be transparent, I got on my oldest son about that. And it's like Kyrie, Kanye, a little bit of Ben Simmons, just you niggas out here who think you smarter than everybody.
Yeah, that's what I
Yes,
don't
my
like.
nigga. Yes, it's more to life than basketball, Kyrie. But nigga, you decided to play a sport
Right now,
where
you
we're
getting
going to
paid
judge you.
millions.
But you decided to participate in a sport where you're judged on your performance. So
Uh-huh.
nigga, I don't want to care. I don't care to
Yeah, nigga, you
hear
scored
about.
4 points.
But I'm
That's
just
why I was
saying.
laughing at your post. I couldn't say nothing. Like, nigga, you
But
scored
I'm
four
just saying,
points.
I don't care to hear about your other outside interests
I don't care.
when it comes down to how you performed. Now, if you're doing an interview about your life and I'm respecting your moves and how cultured you are and how smart you are, yeah. And it takes me back to what my brother said about me. Because I remember back in the day, I was saying some shit about girls. I'm like, yeah, man, I'm a stand-up guy. And my brother checked me quick. He said, stop. Other people should say that about you. Don't ever say nothing about that. But say something like that about yourself. So I ain't gonna lie. It's good to be acknowledged, but I can't walk around calling myself the smartest nigga in the room, all this other shit. Other people should say that about you.
They gonna buy damn Troy. Troy different though. Troy, yeah, they gonna start.
Thank
They gonna
you.
start
They
seeing it
should
by
say
your
that.
performance and leadership.
Other people should say that.
Uh-huh.
Because your results and who you are and just how you carry yourself as a man will stick out to people. Same with a basketball player. Like, look, Giannis walk into a room, don't nobody got to say, hey, man. He don't got to come in and say, hey, man, I'm the best in here, man. I'm better than all y'all.
He
Everybody
won't.
going to point.
He won't either.
The other
Giannis will
people
be like,
going
"Oh,
to,
you guys are." He probably say, "You guys are better than me."
but the other people going to come in pointing, man, that's that nigga
Yeah,
Giannis, man.
he
He
the
about
best
to
player
kill
right
these
now.
niggas.
Right.
But I'm just saying, they're going to say it. Even when Jokic walk in, then that nigga Jokic raw. We in for a night. He got that shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like Kyrie wanted.
I see what you're saying, bro. Why Kyrie just got to do the? He just got to do the most. Like that nigga literally. What's his name? Devin Booker and Tatum and Giannis. Giannis literally just show up smiling. He respect his opponents. He go over there laugh with it. But when he get on the court, he trying to destroy you. Like it's okay to be like off the court, have fun. It ain't it's still enjoyable to play the game.
Man,
And get paid to play.
Kyrie, he kind of remind me of like that Chris Webber type, or not even that. Yeah, all these guys are going to have the same thing in common. From Kyrie to Chris Webber, Derek Coleman, and Rasheed Wallace.
I'm about to say a little bit of Rasheed too, man. I love Rasheed, but
like, you were good. And to be honest, Kyrie may have actually done a little more than them. I just feel like he could have maxed out more because the thing is, and this is how good he is. Look how talented he is, right?
mm-hmm.
He doesn't have to solely play that way he's playing. Like, if he wanted to be a spot-up shooter, he could. He's that good. If he wanted to just, I bet you if you went out and just challenged Kyrie, like, man, I bet you can't average 10 assists 5 games in a row. He could do that.
Right. In Boston, they got 7 assists. Like, we seen a little flashes of it, but